now we are going to discuss a very important semiconductor device called PN junction diode. A semiconductor diode is a PN junction with metallic contact provided at the ends for the application of external voltage. So, PN junction diode is nothing but a PN junction, okay, provided with metallic contacts at the two ends. So, this is a PN junction. Formation of PN junction we have studied in the last video. Okay. So, here P-type semiconductor, N-type semiconductor, and the junction is produced by the metallurgical process. Okay. And here the voltage is developed at the junction. What is that voltage called? Barrier voltage. And here this layer is called, at the junction there is a layer called depletion region or depletion layer. Okay, so this represents the PN junction. Clear? Now, if metallic contact is provided at both the ends, this represents a metallic contact. If metallic contact is provided at both the ends, this arrangement is called a PN junction diode. So, these represent the pictures of the PN junction diodes. Now, the symbol of PN junction diode is, this is the symbol of PN junction diode. Okay, so this represents the PN symbol of PN junction diode. Here this represents the P region, here this represents the N region. These two represent the metallic contact. Okay, so this represents a symbol of a PN junction diode. So here arrow represents P region and the line represents the N region. So arrow head represents the direction of conventional current. The conventional current means the direction of diffusion current. Okay, so arrow represents the direction of diffusion current, that means due to majority carriers. The direction of the arrow indicates the direction of diffusion current, that is from P to N. Now, applying external voltage across a diode is called biasing. Okay, if a diode works only if an external voltage is applied across the device. So, applying external voltage across the diode is called biasing. An external potential difference can be applied in two ways. First one, forward biasing, and second one, reverse biasing. We can discuss one by one. First, we can discuss PN junction diode under forward bias. Forward bias means this is a PN junction diode. P-type semiconductor is connected to, P side is connected to positive terminal of the battery and N side is connected to negative terminal of the voltage battery is called forward biasing. Okay, biasing is nothing, applying external voltage is called biasing. Forward biasing means P side of the PN junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and N side is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and that is called forward biasing. So, if positive terminal of the battery is connected to P side and negative terminal is connected to N side of a PN junction diode, then the diode is said to be forward bias. P connected to positive terminal, N connected to negative terminal, and this arrangement is called forward biased. So, here the applied voltage V opposes the barrier voltage, isn't it? So, V represents the applied forward voltage, VB is the barrier potential. So, here both the direction are opposite. Here the direction of electric field towards right, here the direction of electric field positive to negative towards left. So, what happens to effective barrier voltage? Effective barrier voltage is V minus VB because they are in the opposite direction. So, effective barrier voltage decreases to V minus VB. Okay, so since applied voltage opposes the barrier voltage, and as the result effective barrier voltage decreases. Effective barrier voltage means applied voltage V and the barrier voltage, actual barrier voltage is VB. Both are in the opposite direction and hence effective barrier voltage is V minus VB, it decreases. Now, what happens to the width of the depletion layer? Now, these holes, majority carriers holes are repelled by the positive potential. Here there is positive potential, here negative potential, isn't it? So, holes are repelled by the positive potential and the majority carriers electrons are repelled by the negative potential. So, what happens to the majority carriers electrons and holes? They cross the depletion layer. Okay, so due to the applied electric field, majority carriers electrons cross in the N region cross the depletion layer and majority carriers holes in the P region cross the depletion layer. So, what happens to the width of the depletion layer? width of the depletion layer decreases because majority carriers moves or crosses the depletion layer and reaches the other side. Okay, so due to the applied voltage, electron from the N side cross the depletion layer and holes from the P side cross the depletion layer. Clear, children? So hence the width of the depletion layer decreases. Since conduction take place, what happens to the resistance across the junction? Resistance across the junction also decreases because conduction take place. No, majority carriers begins to move from one region to another region due to the applied external voltage, and hence the width of the depletion layer decreases, also resistance across the depletion layer decreases, and hence PN junction diode begins to conduct during forward bias. Thus, due to the applied voltage, electrons, which are the majority carriers in the N region, crosses the depletion layer and reach the P side. Electrons crosses the depletion layer and reaches the P side. Also, holes, which are the majority carriers in the P region, crosses and reach the N side. Thus, majority carriers start flowing across the junction. So, a majority carriers crosses the depletion layer and hence there is conduction due to majority carriers. Thus, majority carriers start flowing across the junction and set up a current, and this current is called forward current. So, during forward biasing, majority carriers crosses the junction and hence thus produces a current called forward current, and which is of the order of milliampere. Okay, it is of the order of milliampere current. Okay, children, this is the condition of PN junction diode under forward bias. So, forward bias means P region is connected to positive and N region is connected to negative, and there is current due to majority carriers, and that current is called a forward current. Second one, we are going to discuss PN junction diode under reverse bias. So, here in reverse bias, the P region of the semiconductor is connected to, semiconductor diode is connected to negative terminal of the battery, and N region is connected to positive terminal of the battery, and this arrangement is called a reverse bias. Okay, P is connected to negative and N is connected to positive terminal of the battery. That arrangement is called a reverse bias. So, here if positive terminal of the battery is connected to N side and negative terminal is connected to P side, positive terminal of the battery is connected to N side and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to P side of a PN junction diode, it is said to be reverse biased. Okay. Now, here the applied voltage V. So, here this is the applied voltage V, and here the voltage is called barrier voltage, barrier potential. Okay, potential at the junction. Here barrier potential and applied voltage are in the same direction. So, electric field is from positive to negative towards left. Here also electric field is from positive to negative towards left. So, both the electric field are along the same direction. That means the potential, applied voltage and barrier potential are in the same direction, and hence as a result, what is the effective barrier voltage? Effective barrier voltage increases because in the same direction, no? So, effective barrier voltage increases to V plus VB. Clear, children? Now, what happens in the majority carriers? So, here the majority carriers are holes. Okay, in P region majority carriers are holes. These holes are attracted by the negative potential. Clear? Here in the N region majority carriers are electrons. These electrons are attracted by the positive potential. So, what happens to the majority carriers? Majority carriers move away from the junction. They are attracted by the negative potential, and these electrons are attracted by the positive potential, and hence the majority carriers move away from the junction. Okay, so now therefore the width of the depletion layer, what happens to width of the depletion layer? Width of the depletion layer increases. Okay, in the case of forward biasing, width of the depletion layer decreases. But here in the reverse biasing, since the majority carriers attracted by the external potential, the majority carriers move away from the junction, and hence depletion layer widens. So, width of the depletion layer increases, and width increases means what happens to resistance? Resistance across the PN junction also increases. Therefore, there is no conduction through the junction due to majority carriers. So, in reverse biasing, since the majority carriers are attracted by the external voltage, majority carriers move away from the junction, depletion layer widens, resistance across the junction increases, and hence there is no conduction across the junction due to majority carriers. So, hence majority carriers does not cross depletion layer. So, there is no conduction due to majority carriers. Hence, the majority carriers move away from the junction which widens the depletion layer. Hence, there is no conduction due to majority carriers. Okay, so there is no conduction due to majority carriers. But in p-type semiconductor, along with the majority carriers, there are some minority carriers. Okay, so in p region, what are the minority carriers? Minority carriers are the electrons. So, consider 2 electrons. Similarly, in n region, along with the majority carriers electrons, what are there? There are some holes there, minority carriers holes. So, in p region, along with the majority carriers, there are some minority carriers. In n region, along with the majority carriers electrons, there are some minority carriers holes. So, these minority carrier electrons are repelled by the negative potential. Minority carrier electron in the p region are repelled by the negative potential. Okay, so they crosses the junction. Similarly, the minority carrier holes are repelled by the positive potential and they also get energy to cross the depletion layer, because here voltage is greater, reverse voltage is much greater. So, repulsion is more, electrons are strongly repelled by the negative potential, these holes are strongly repelled by the positive potential, therefore, they penetrate through the depletion layer and hence they conduct. So, there is conduction only due to which charge carriers? Minority charge carriers. Clear, children? So, there are minority carriers, holes in the n region and electrons in the p region, holes in the n region. So, there are minority carriers, holes in the n region and electrons in the p region, okay, which pushes through the junction, setting up a current. So, okay, so they get enough energy to cross the depletion layer and hence they conduct, producing a current, and that current is called the reverse current. Okay, so current due to the minority carriers is called the reverse current and it is very small, which is of the order of microampere. Minority carriers, the number is very less. So, hence the current is also of the smaller value and it is of the order of microampere. Okay, so that is p-n junction diode under reverse bias. P region is connected to negative and n region is connected to positive. There is no conduction due to majority carriers and there is conduction only due to minority carriers and the current is of the order of microampere. Okay. Voltage current characteristic of a p-n junction diode, that is VI characteristic of a diode. A graph showing the variation of current flowing through a p-n junction with voltage applied across it, both forward and reverse biased, is called the VI characteristic of a p-n junction diode. Okay, so graph relating current and voltage is called VI characteristic. So, here there are two types of voltage current characteristic. First one is forward bias characteristic. This is the circuit diagram of forward bias characteristic, p-n junction diode for forward bias characteristics. So, this represents a p-n junction diode. Here p region, this is called p region and this is the n region. P region is connected to positive terminal of the battery and n region is connected to negative terminal. That means it is forward biased. Okay. So, in order to measure potential difference, a voltmeter is connected parallel to the p-n junction diode. We have to measure voltage across the p-n junction diode. So, connect a voltmeter across it. And in order to measure the current flowing through the diode, we can connect a milliammeter. Connect a milliammeter in series. Since it is the positive terminal of the battery, here this represents a positive terminal, here represents negative. Here also this negative terminal of the battery is connected here. So, this is the negative terminal of the milliammeter and this represents positive terminal of the milliammeter. So, this is the circuit diagram of p-n junction diode for forward bias characteristic. We know that in p-n junction diode there is a barrier potential. Okay. For a silicon diode the barrier potential is 0.7 volt and for germanium diode barrier potential is 0.2 or 0.2 volt. Okay. So, here when the supply voltage increases, okay, from 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 etc. If the supply voltage increases, if it is a silicon diode, assume that this is a silicon diode, we can say that if the supply voltage increases up to the barrier voltage, what is the current? Current remains 0 because the p-n junction diode does not conduct, because internally there is a voltage that is called barrier voltage and the supply voltage, this V represents the supply voltage. If the supply voltage is less than the barrier potential, p-n junction diode does not conduct. isn't it? Because we know in a forward biasing the effective barrier potential is V minus VB. If voltage is less than VB means there is no conduction, PN junction diode does not conduct. So what is the milliammeter? Milliammeter reading is equal to 0. Okay, ammeter shows 0 reading, 0 deflection. So up to barrier potential, what happens? Current is equal to 0, and that is explained here. Initially the current increases very slowly, almost negligibly, till the voltage across the diode crosses a certain value, and that value is called that value is almost equal to the barrier voltage, and that value here in the graph it is called the cut-in voltage. That is called the cut-in voltage, or it is otherwise called a threshold voltage, or it is also called a knee voltage. Yeah. So up to barrier voltage or up to a particular voltage, what is the current? Current is equal to 0. Why current is equal to 0? That shows that PN junction diode does not conduct. So up to barrier potential, PN junction diode does not conduct, and hence milliammeter shows 0 deflection. So that can be represented here in the graph. Here we can draw a graph with voltage along the x-axis and current along the y-axis. Here in the first quadrant we can draw the forward bias characteristic. Here we can draw this voltage current characteristic curve. Here up to what voltage? Up to barrier potential, up to threshold voltage. That barrier potential is otherwise called cut-in voltage or threshold voltage or knee voltage. Up to barrier potential, what is the current? Current is equal to 0. So here up to barrier potential, current is equal to 0. And after that, as voltage increases, what happens? PN junction diode begins to conduct. Okay, so after that it increases sharply. So after the cut-in voltage, diode current increases rapidly with the increase in diode voltage. Okay, so after cut-in voltage, if the supply voltage increases, if the supply voltage increases, what happens? PN junction diode conducts smoothly. Okay, so up to barrier potential there is no conduction, hence milliammeter reading is 0, and after that voltage increases, what happens to current? Current increases sharply. So what is this voltage called? This voltage is called a cut-in voltage. This is the cut-in voltage, and its value is 0.2 volt for germanium and 0.7 volt for silicon. Okay children, so this is the forward bias characteristics of a PN junction diode. Now we can discuss the voltage current characteristics during reverse bias. So here this is the circuit diagram. A PN junction diode is connected to a battery. It is reverse bias, therefore P region is connected to negative terminal of the battery and N region is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Okay. And in order to measure the voltage across the diode, a voltmeter is connected. In order to measure current, we can connect a microammeter. Since it is reverse bias, current is of the order of microampere. Hence, a microammeter is connected and plays a key also. Okay. Now, here since this is connected to negative, here this terminal is negative. Okay. And this represents a positive terminal of the voltmeter. And here it is connected to positive, therefore this terminal is positive and this terminal is negative. Okay. So this is the circuit diagram to study the reverse bias characteristic. After doing the circuit, if the key is closed, first we can see that as the reverse voltage increases, current increases very slightly. When the diode is reverse bias, reverse voltage produces a very small current initially. Okay. Now, if when the reverse voltage reaches a sufficiently high value, what happens to current? The reverse current suddenly increases to a very large value, and this voltage is called the breakdown voltage. So if you consider the graph, here we can draw the graph. Already in the first quadrant we had drawn the forward bias graph, and here in the third quadrant we can draw the reverse bias graph. So here, as the input voltage increases, what happens to current? Current increases very slightly. Okay, like this. As the input voltage increases, current increases almost negligibly, very small. Now, after it reaches a particular value, sufficiently high value, what happens to current? Current increases abruptly. Suddenly current increases. Okay, so when the reverse voltage reaches a sufficiently high value, reverse current suddenly increases to a very large value, and this voltage, the corresponding voltage, is called breakdown voltage. Okay, so this is the reverse bias graph. As voltage increases, here this represents the reverse voltage. Here along the negative y-axis represents the current in the order of microampere. As reverse voltage increases, what happens to current? Current increases very slightly, and after reaching a particular voltage called breakdown voltage, current increases abruptly. Here voltage remains constant and current increases suddenly, and that voltage is called a breakdown voltage. So this represents the voltage current characteristic of a PN junction diode. In the first quadrant, forward bias; in the third quadrant, reverse bias. Okay children, and the importance of the graph is, in the forward bias characteristics, if you consider the slope, let this represents voltage, this represents small change in current. From the graph, voltage by current gives which one? Resistance. Okay, so the importance of the graph is delta V divided by delta I in the forward bias characteristic, that gives resistance. Resistance is represented by RD, and that resistance is called a dynamic resistance. Okay, so resistance obtained using the voltage current characteristic in the forward bias region, delta V, small change in voltage divided by small change in current, and that is called dynamic resistance. And usually if you consider, this dynamic resistance is very small because it is forward bias, no? So since it is in forward bias, resistance is less, dynamic resistance is of smaller value. Okay, so here from the graph itself we can say that it does not obey Ohm's law. So PN junction diode is a device which does not obey Ohm's law, because here up to some voltage, in the forward bias, up to some voltage current is equal to 0. After that voltage only current increases. Here also at the breakdown voltage, what happens? Voltage remains constant and current suddenly increases. That is also against Ohm's law. Okay, so in short we can say that PN junction diode does not obey Ohm's law.